Hi, you are now listening to an episode of What is Your Story by Noisy Podcast. Enjoy!
Hi, my name is Motunrayo Shashono. This is my story. I'm the creative director of Cocktails by Dekan, a mini beverage and mobile bar brand located in Lagos. We provide a wide range of beverages, cocktails, slushies, mocktails, fresh juices, detox juices, and lots more for events. Cocktails by Dekan didn't only start as Cocktails by Dekan. I started as a young secondary school student that always had passion for entrepreneurship. So while I was in secondary school, I can't really remember what class I was, maybe in my senior class or my junior class, but I knew I started selling sweets to my friends in class. And that was so because I used to get chocolate from my uncles. When they travel and they come back, they bring them a lot of chocolates for me. But I was not even so much of a chocolate fan. I just take them to school and I share them to my friends. But later I realized there was a lot of demand for my free chocolates, and I'm like, okay, I'm just giving you guys. Why are people always disturbing me that I'm not bringing sweets to school again? So I think the next time I took sweets to school, I told them I was selling. So if you want, you have to give me money. And they didn't even argue. Everybody started buying. And then I'm like, okay, that's good. And then there was also one of my aunties that brings sweets in from Ghana. She comes to sell in Ibadan to people that has shops and all of those things. So I collect some of her sweets from her. She gives me at a very cheap price as per, and my younger sister also. So I take them to school also, sweets and chewy gum, and I sell to my friends, and I make money, and I give my auntie her own money. So that was also going really well, but it wasn't something I was always doing in school. Not like I was taking sweets to school every day. It was just once in a while when she's around, or when I get chocolate from my uncles or my aunties. So that went, and I knew I liked business, and I didn't just always like business. I think I learned it from my mom, because my mom also, she used to do a lot of things while she was alive. So, and I was her only girl, and not she always put me through that I have to do this or do that, but I watched her, so I knew what's up. So that went really well. Then moving on to uni, so I went to University of Ibadan, by the way. So in uni, in my 100 level, I also sold something in school, because I was staying in the school hostel, but I was not selling sweets. This time around, I was selling slippers, handmade slippers. I also got them from my aunt that comes from Ghana. She brings handmade slippers, beaded slippers. So she gave me some, she dashed me that I wore in school, and some of my friends liked them, and they were always asking me, oh, where'd you get it from? I told them, oh, it's my auntie. So they were interested in buying also. So I collected from her, and I marked the slippers up, and I sold, and I made money. And I felt okay, this was actually going a bit well, and I could still make money out of it. So I was collecting more, and couple of people in the hostel knew me, and they got slippers from me. She also brings underwears. I also collected some of those from her, and I sold them in school also, and it went really well, but it wasn't something I did for so long. That was just in my 100 level. Then in 200 level, that was when I would say life happened to me, because that was when I lost my mom. So I was not doing anything. My CGPA dropped, everything dropped, money dropped, I dropped, because I used to be really chubby. I lost weight from 0 to 100 real quick. So I was really confused. I didn't know what to do, because my mom, she was my everything. Literally, I was quite close to her, or I would say really close, even though we used to have arguments, but she's my mom. So that happened in 200 level. I could not sell anything, I could not do anything, but I was just there. I was just thinking, okay, moving on. What's next? Who am I supposed to tell this or tell that? Because I'm the only girl with two brothers, and there are limits to what I can tell my brothers as a girl or my dad. So in 300 level, I was already coming out of my shell a little bit. I mean, I've been mourning my mom since for more than a year, or I don't know. So I was beginning to come out of my shell. Then that was when I heard about chalk party, and I'm like, okay, what's chalk party? What are they doing? But then UI students, so everybody was screaming chalk party and all of those things. So I looked into it, and I just saw like it was just a December event or something for mostly young people in Ibadan. So I'm like, okay, cool. Then my friend also spoke about it. Kabira sells spaghetti also in the hostel. So she told me she wanted to tell pastor at chalk party that I should come and help her also draw crowd, like we are friends. Okay, I didn't include this. After secondary school, my mom, she enrolled me in like a culinary school. It's like a baking school, not a culinary school per se. So I learned how to make cakes, and the woman also taught me how to make chapman, which I didn't really look into it, because then even when my mom asked me to go, I was feeling one kind of way, like that was not the next thing for me. I'm supposed to be going to uni, but because I didn't get an admission into uni like immediately, I spent like a year at home before getting admission. So that was why my mom enrolled me. So I was always angry sometimes that why is my mom doing this to me now? Even if I didn't get an admission, I could have done, what's it called? There was one other program they used to do before uni. She was like, no, I'd rather go to uni immediately, or I learned something. So I did that, and I actually enjoyed it. Funny enough, even though I was angry at first, and I mean, it helped me also. I'll say it's actually helped me a lot. So I learned how to bake, how to make, how to do decorations, event decorations, and chapman and all those things. So moving on to chalk party. So that was how I was able to think about chapman. So I went to YouTube. I also checked my recipe book from the culinary school. Then I also went to YouTube to like follow it up. So I did that. I learned how to make chapman. I got a couple of ingredients. I got cups. All the money I had on me, I used them to buy ingredients. And I also told some of my friends that they also supported me to buy stuff, everything I just know I needed for that stuff to like go through. So I got that, and myself and Kabira went for chalk party, and we actually sold out because we went like Dekan and cabs, so people knew like the two of us together. So as you are buying pasta, you are buying drinks. As you are buying drinks, you are buying pasta. So that really went well. And the first money I made then was what I used to get my first international passport, and I also got my first iPhone. Not my first iPhone then, but I think the iPhone I got with my own money. So that was what I used the money to do then. I mean, and I was so excited, and we did that. And then 400 level came, final year. So I was busy, obviously. Final year, I mean, everybody knows how UI is, because if you fail, you are going back home, even if you're in your finals. So I did another chalk party in my 400 level second semester, myself and Kabira again. So we went for chalk party again together, and we sold out again. And I mean, I was excited, but not like I'd already concluded that I was going to be making cocktails as Cocktails by Dekan. But we did that because I knew I was going to get money from this thing, but I still did it on the run. Then after the chalk party, I think I also went for an event where I met a lady that was mixing. Yeah, I met a lady that was mixing. Then I walked up to her, because normally I'm actually not the type of person that would just walk up to people. I don't really make friends so much, but if I know I need this thing, nobody's going to do it for me. I have to do it for myself. So I walked up to the lady, and she was like really like nice to me. I corrected her contact, and I said no problem. She was going to like show me the things she knew how to do. So we did that together. I went to her place. She showed me some recipes, and I was so excited that okay, moving on, I think I already have much more idea of how to make cocktails, but then I'll always follow up online to get better. Then after that, I went for NYC. I was posted to Kano, which I didn't want to go because of Kano was far, and all these Boko Haram and all of those. So my family members were not even in support, but I'm like, I'm not waiting another year to go for NYSC. I had to go. So I did that, and then I redeployed to Lagos. Redeploying to Lagos was the beginning of another life, I'm going to say, because after I redeployed, I was staying with my family friend, and I got a job at Suburb around Maryland. So I was doing like a 7 to 4 or 8 to 5 thingy, but I knew working for people wasn't my thing. I just knew that, but it was for NYSC. I had to do that. I'm not like I already had my way around Lagos to say this is the business I want to be doing, but I knew I was making cocktails. And then during that, I also got my first official event. Yeah, all thanks to, I would say, my friend Tumishi, her wedding. She reached out to me to cater for our wedding. I went for the wedding, I made the cocktails, and I was so happy. I took a lot of pictures so I could post on Instagram, because I don't know when the next event was going to come in.
Are you enjoying this episode so far? If you love stories that make you feel at home and you love reading December love stories, check out our anthology, A Man and a Woman and Other Stories. You can get a copy of this book at Roven Heights Bookstore in Nigeria or at Vidya Bookstore in Ghana. You can also check out the link in our description box below for all of this information. Noisy Streets also hosts monthly book club meetings every last Saturday of the month. You can find all the information you need in the box below. Okay, let's get back to the episode.
I had to take a lot of pictures to be able to post. So I did that while I was in Lagos. I had to go back to Ibadan to make the cocktails for our wedding. Meanwhile, while I did that, I didn't even have my personal bar. I was renting bar. So the girl I met, she gave me someone that could borrow me bar if I need a bar for an event or something. So that was what I was doing in Ibadan. I didn't have my own personal bar, or I didn't really have money yet. I didn't even know I needed a bar, because while we did chalk party, we just used table and table cover just to make it look a bit fancy. So I did the first wedding in Ibadan. I was so glad, and I came back to Lagos. Then in Lagos, I was doing my 7 or my 8 to 5. But I was always thinking to myself that what's the next thing? What am I doing after service? I was not even midway close to finishing my service here. I was already thinking about the next thing to do, because they were paying me and I was getting allowance from NYC also. So I was still a bit fine. But I think maybe 3 months or 2 months close to ending NYC, then the thing became really serious that, okay, I'm not going to be coming back here after NYC, because the money they are even giving me, it cannot sustain me. It could only sustain me because I wasn't really doing too much while I was coming here. So what am I doing next? So I knew I also needed to leave where I was staying at Okpebi with my family friend, because I wasn't really comfortable, even though they were always giving me food. I mean, as a family, but there's just little to what they can do, and I cannot even be as free as I'll be in my own personal space or in my own father's place in Ibadan. So I just knew I needed to leave this place. I needed to get my place. I didn't know how I was going to go about it. I didn't know anybody in Lagos. I started saving up, or I still had a little money saved up already. But the money I had saved up was not what was going to be enough for me to get my personal space, because getting house in Lagos is even expensive to start off. And I'm okay, how do we go about this? I don't know. I was always crying alone. Nobody will know when I'm crying. When they see me, I'll just be smiling. I'll just be looking, because I don't even talk that much. So they won't even know. Nobody knows when I'm sad or I'm happy or anything. I just look, I just do my thing. But I'm crying deep down inside of me. I'm crying and thinking about the next thing to do. So I had the little money saved up. Then I told my brother that I needed to get my space, because my dad was even thinking I'll come back to Ibadan. But me, I said, I'm not coming back to Ibadan, because there's really nothing I want to do in Ibadan. So I told my brother. So I think my brother sent me the little he could then to add to my rent. And then I was able to still save more. Then there was this particular birthday I did. I couldn't do anything. My friends were like, what do I want to do? Am I not going to celebrate my birthday? I'm not doing anything. What is in my head is bigger than birthday. I'm just going to be inside this house, and that was what I did. And it was on my birthday. The money for my rent actually was complete. I got the complete money, and I was so happy. And when I even say the money was complete, not like I already had the house I wanted to collect ready, but I mean the range of the type of house I needed, I had the money completed already. So after my money was complete, I started house hunting. Then one of my agents just called me that I should come to one house like that on the mainland. Immediately from my job, I just said the Uber guy to take me straight to the place, and I saw the place. I was just coming from my job, and the place was like just from third mainland down to my house, and it was like really accessible. I'm like, okay, I'm not looking anymore. This is where I'm taking. So immediately I saw the house, I paid immediately. So that was how I secured my first apartment. Then moving on to my business, Cocktails by Dekan. Okay, I already have a house. I have a roof on my head. I'm staying alone. What do I want to do? How do I keep making money? And I started creating content for my cocktails business as far, okay, this is the only thing I think I know how to do now and was giving me money before. Started making fresh juices for myself initially. Then I'll post on my Snap. I think social media, not even I think, social media actually is a very big platform and it helps a lot. So I started making fresh juices. I'll blend. I didn't even have a juicer then. And I'll post on my Snap. And I had a friend I met by the way, and he was like a very nice person to me. He got me my first juicer, which like made the work like really easy for me to be able to juice. So I did that, and I started getting like juice orders like daily, and I was making fresh juices, pineapple juice, detox juice, orange juice. So that was like really going well also. Then the cocktails business was still there. I wasn't really getting much gigs as I thought, but my first gig I got in Lagos was a sales event. I can't really remember the event, but I know it was a sales event, and it was one of the people I met in Lagos. I think there was one work I went to do in Ibadan, then I met someone. So it was one that put me on my first gig in Lagos. He told me about it, so we were able to get a slot to go and sell drinks as a cocktail vendor. So I did that the first time in Lagos, and it was different because they're like more than one cocktail vendor. So how do I stand different among these people? What am I supposed to do like differently? I saw different people with like different bar setup, nice setups, and I'm like, okay, this is what you're doing, no problem. So I already like captured some of those things. Chakam, I know what to do next. When I have another event, I still needed to do something differently. So when I go for events, I won't be scared that I have a lot of competition. Are they going to buy from me? Or I'm just going to go back home with everything I bought? I mean, I was always checking online to see how I could improve on my packaging and all of those things. And I did that also, and it was going well. Like it's going well. Not even it was going well. It's going well. So I always try any events I have. I always try to like improve on how I package my drinks. So I'm not just going to be like basic. So I always make sure my staffs are uniformed and they are well covered, and they even need to smell good. There are times some guys have come to work for me, and the kind of dirty energy they just bring to us, just please don't worry, just leave. I'll pay your transport fare. I'll call someone else to come and work for me, even though it's late, because I don't want you to just give me bad energy from the beginning of the work till the end. I won't be fine. You're just going to be giving me a headache. So I think I've been able to handle that in my own little way. Because in business, you can't be all smiley, or else they will ruin you. There are times we go for sales events, and it's not all the money my workers collect for me that they will tender, obviously. But I mean, at least they are not taking up to half. And it is Nigeria and Yoruba people. Yoruba people are funny. But then I still try to manage all of those things the ways I could, and to keep tabs on the things I can keep tabs on. So that's also like going a bit well, but I'm still trying to work more on it and how I can manage that also. And again, I was also able to go for GTCO events this year, because I think GTCO is one of the events I've actually been looking forward to go, because I've had some cocktail friends, my friends that also make cocktails here, that have gone for it, and how they talk about it. Oh, they made a lot of money, and I'm like, when is it going to be my turn? But funny enough, I went. When I got their email, I was super excited. Even though I applied with one of my friends, we applied together like same day, but they didn't pick her. But she was really like excited for me. So I went, and I was like super excited to be there, because it's not just about the money for me. It was more like I was just excited to be there, because I just felt like it was going to give me more exposure. I was going to meet more people, new customers, which I actually did. And I even gained more followers on Instagram. I gained more followers on Instagram because I took one spin the wheel game kind of thing, and people were able to follow us because of the things we wrote on it. So we went for GTCO. It was like super exciting. I made money, but like I said, it's not about the money, because I'm not going to say the money I made at GTCO is not some type of money I've not made before, but what it was able to give me is actually what I wanted. Because after the event, I've had people that reached out to me, that have even gone to work for, they wanted me to come and make cocktails for them, for their parties and all of those things. So I did that, and I thank GTCO for the opportunity they also gave me to exhibit at the event. And I'll say for me, when I moved to Lagos, it wasn't really easy. I'm sorry I'm taking you guys back. It wasn't really easy to make customers, but how I was able to go about that, I think, because normally I'm not someone that talks to people all the time, but I'm a businesswoman, so I have to introduce my business everywhere I go. So anybody I meet, the first thing I'm telling you is I make cocktails. If you have any party, please call me. So my Snapchat, my Instagram, I was always posting. So I was getting few customers. Even if I don't get, I knew some people that they actually refer me, because referral also goes a long way. For me, for my business, I think referral does it more for my business, because since I started my business, I've never relied on it's my friends that would support me, or it's my friends that will buy from me. So whenever I'm putting something out there, I zero my mind out of my friend has to support me, or my friend has to buy this from me, but they do refer. So I think that's a very big deal. So referral goes a long way for my business. And then moving on, I would say Cocktails by Dekan is not where she wants to be yet, but obviously she's not where she used to be before, maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years ago. She's not where she used to be. She's way better, but then I'm not where I want to be yet. But moving on, I'm looking at opening a physical store soon, where we can have cocktails on the go, coffee on the go, smoothies on the go, fresh fruits, fresh salads, and all of those things that I'm actually working on. And I hope and I pray by God's grace it's going to happen sooner than expected. And that is the end of my story. Thank you.
We hope that you enjoyed listening to this episode of What is Your Story by Noisy Podcast. If you would like to be a guest on this show, click on the link in the description box below. Don't forget to share, leave a comment, and like this episode. Also follow us on social media at Noisy Streets. Okay, see you same time next week. Bye.